What? There we go.
Hello there.
Hello.
Good to be back.
Let me turn his music on. It is.
I don't know. That
back.
was a banger. I was over here fucking jamming.
Felt like elevator.
That's a little bit better
Anthony, what are you
than
wearing on
elevator
your
music.
head?
Better than you normally play, anyway. That's for sure.
The Dolphins probably peaked though.
Very interesting, yeah. That it wasn't elevator music. It was okay.
Not at all.
Arizona State University.
Okay.
Go Sun Devils.
Okay. I'm just over here reading about these sites.
Which everything's working.
live.
We are live. I'm doing this on
Cool.
my laptop, so it's kind of trialing right now to see if it actually works. I need to do this camera. Looks like it's working though. Okay, but it's good to have everybody there.
Did you shave your beard?
Somebody
Did you just now notice?
Somebody liked it on
Is that?
I just noticed.
It looks a lot younger, doesn't he?
That's why I don't normally do that. I try at least a mustache or a goatee, but I don't know. I just like, you know what? Goodbye. It's all gone.
Hello, out
But if you're
there.
joining us, fun stuff. We're gonna do generals week, which should be fun. Taz, how's it going over there on Twitch? I don't know how we're gonna flow throughout the episode, but what we're gonna have is you guys also conversation. So if you want to send any comments on generals you love to hate, or we to have you guys participate. So
or you just love them, you know.
When you have just absolute great
you
things
don't have
to
to
say,
hate
somebody.
them. I mean, or you've got a soft spot for like General Burnside, because again he gets thrown under the bus all the time, doesn't he? Poor bloke.
He has fantastic whiskers too, just like Tyler.
Burnside, he creates the saying for sideburns.
have-
Come on, give the man a break. He wins an important battle at the beginning of the Civil War, or a little one down in Carolina somewhere, doesn't he?
Look how happy he looks.
But then after that, it all goes down the toilet.
That's what the song "Sweet Caroline" is based after.
And he doesn't do too
I
bad.
gotta-
Is it-
them, does he?
I'm gonna fact check that. I think you're a liar.
Oh,
But Tyler, we all know
just
that
got
you
back
love-
from Harper's.
We all know that you love to talk about Henry Halleck, don't you? And what he done.
So we're gonna start. Let me read out production's comment really quickly, and then Mr. Halleck. I'd be happy to do so. Back from Harper, weather fun time, but lots of people. So now I possess the valid excuse for a return day trip to complete the shots I want for videos. How be all? I'd be good.
I'd be good. Yeah.
You'd be good.
A side note of, I'm not going to talk about anything about what I'm researching because I can't. But history is ugly sometimes. It upsets you. And if you're not really studying history, or if you're not upset while studying it, how are you actually studying it? It's just a side note there.
Yeah, I think you and I were talking about this briefly. Like a lot of historians, and especially when it comes to like war or tragedy, or really that have happened, how we get emotionally, I don't want to say exhausted, but affected. We study because at the end of the day, these are human lives and human stories that we study. At times where it becomes taxing, and I've noted that a lot too when I've studied the Civil War quite a bit. I'd say it's a desensitization by any means, but there is that time, maybe it slips that these are all individuals researching than anything. My little take on kind of what we were talking about there. Also, I realized Anthony's name is George McClellan.
Yes. So are you going to move today, or are you just going to stand there?
I'm just gonna stay here.
There's
I was going to hate on you.
Confederate general who just stood there too. Gets a cool name for it.
Kind of like a stone wall. Didn't
Stonewall.
move.
Mm-mm.
Or
Rally
John-
behind the Virginians.
Yeah.
I mean,
Behind them, push them forward because it's not coming to help me, assholes.
speaking of asshole, let's talk
Let's
about this
show
guy.
a
So,
picture.
Gordon has the title. You want me to put his
Show
picture
a
up?
picture up of him. Picture up.
Yeah, the picture of him standing
Hal-
in the White House looking at
Mad
Abraham
Hal.
Lincoln
Mad
from
Hal.
across the table.
Man.
There he is. He's just about to start singing "I'm a Little Teapot."
Short and stout. Here's my handle.
So
here's
Henry
my
Halleck
stout.
is notable for a lot of things in the Civil War, and many of the things that he's notable for are not good things. Not even going to dive into it, but we all know his escapades with Grant in the first 2 years of the war, and he ends up where he becomes even more of a. My big gripe with him will always lie with Frederick, and I have said this on many times, but Halleck is, in my mind, one of the sole responsible people for that battle and the way it played out. And I mean, I can't fight that any other way. If you look at how all the orders got sent up and sort of the jealousies that were taking place there in Washington, there was a lot of that. Herman Haupt and his idea of being able to stay on the Richmond and Fredericksburg, I guess it's Burnside's idea too. I guess Haupt is kind of just there to reinforce that when they go to meet in Washington. When they do, just absolutely in favor of using the Orange and Alexandria Railroad, which is that one-lane railroad that doesn't have the ability to carry all the supplies the Union Army of the Potomac is going to need, versus the Richmond and Fredericksburg, which double, you have 2 tracks. So Mosby's also tearing up a lot of the Orange and Alexandria too in certain sectors in Northern Virginia. That just adds to the problem. So without all that in mind, Halleck isn't happy with the fact that Lincoln's sort of agreeing with Haupt and Burnside, who are men that are in the field during this entire time. So more than Halleck sitting in a comfortable office in D.C. So pontoon bridges to arrive at Fredericksburg after that whole plan gets approved. Some personal that get in the way of those orders actually making it. People get wrongfully accused and arrested. And it's a big debacle that's for the battle. And again, that leadership and letting his personal jealousies get in the way. That's the first person I don't like. Josh, you want to do it and take over with one of yours?
I don't know if we should go around. We should just do one at a time and go around.
That's what I was thinking. I'll do read out said, I don't know if about the debacle of Tennessee 64. Does that qualify? I'd say so. That's a pretty fair.
I thoroughly just don't like Robert E. Lee.
Go ahead.
I don't like Robert E. Lee. I just don't. I mean, I think he's an overrated general.
Mm-hmm.
I think his subordinates were some of the best subordinates in the war and early on. And then as they get eliminated, you see that the ones that come up after him are not the best, and he just starts failing. Even though Grant is just wearing him down all along the Overland campaign, I just think that he just makes mistakes. Either that he was sick or there was something going on with his mental state. You know, he had a couple strokes and all these problems, and he wasn't a healthy person in the first place. I read a bunch of accounts that he was sick on campaign, was writing back to Mrs. Lee about how sick he was and how he couldn't even get out of bed and all this stuff. So I think that might have played into it, but I think he was also overblown too. And that's just during the war. But pre-war, he had a whole bunch of myriad of issues that he does at Arlington. How he treats the enslaved people on Custis property, all this stuff. He got this stuff people overlook when they think about him. He's not an angel by any means.
No.
But also in that respect, I think he becomes more interesting. I don't like him, but I think he's more interesting being that he's not a perfect person. I think that's the thing that ties in there.
And also, he loses a lot of men more than Grant probably does as well. But then Grant gets to name the butcher.
Yeah, I think the casualty numbers are relatively even over that campaign, right?
Yeah, I would say
It's
so.
not in advance of the Confederates.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Hey, Josh.
what?
I just got a text message from somebody watching that says, "Look at Josh throwing out the $30 word, myriad."
Who was that?
Somebody.
Just tell me who it was. Call him out.
My father.
Yeah,
Myriad.
Hey,
Miriam.
Readout Production says Lee always found a could send reinforcement comical.
Except one.
Not willing to help other departments.
Any comment on that?
On which one? Lee?
Talking about Lee finding an excuse to why he
He always found an
wouldn't
excuse. Yeah. I mean,
send reinforcements west.
and when he did, it actually did a good thing. So, Lee sort of screwed up by not wanting to help. That and
Top of
also,
my whiskey came off.
they were fighting a guy who didn't get a chance to sleep for a week, but William Rosecrans. But
Rosie.
Lee,
Sorry for him sometimes. I don't know if I
I
should.
feel sorry for him as well. I think Grant treated him badly.
yes.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
Just like Sheridan treated Warren.
Okay, you ready? Flash the picture up. John Pope.
Who?
John Pope.
John freaking Pope.
That dude.
I couldn't care one pinch of Aldung for John.
That dude never was more superciliousness or arrogance combined into one man than John Pope. Fitz John Porter, what an ass. George McClellan,
Yep.
Was it the comment that
No, that's from Samuel Sturgis.
Sturgis
Didn't care for one for John.
Valid,
That's right. Explanation, but tell us about Mr. Pope like him.
he's an idiot. I mean, he did good out west.
He looks like one too.
Yeah, he opened up the gateway to the Mississippi. Well, let me push back. He was too deep into his head, and I'm going to push back on his comment. We have a picture of the guy who my name is.
Mhm.
I just played a joke on our viewers there. I don't think Pope was an idiot at all. I think the guy there we go. That dude, he only did one good thing in his entire military career, and that was launch a campaign within 3 days that would take many people 6 months. Everything else, sitting back and pretending that his ego was bigger than the Statue of Liberty, not caring about claiming that I command the last great army of the last great republic on the earth, and letting 23,000 people die and get shot a mile away from his men. I mean, if you really cared about his country, he would have gone out there and helped out. John Pope was right to court-martial Fitz John Porter, but he picked the wrong guy. He should have attempted to court-martial George McClellan.
Oh,
Shot?
That's my first guy, is George
So
McClellan.
are you?
here's the thing on McClellan real quick.
Wait a minute, you had two.
He's doing a false teeth. Yes, and this, by the way, is a great advertisement for dental work.
Yes.
Anthony, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you think he's an idiot or that he's just a malevolent jerk? I don't think he's an idiot. I think he did that stuff on purpose.
He's a jerk.
Malevolent, yeah. Like ignoring the president.
It was intentional.
Big of an ego.
Borderline intentional. Look at what he did. He's right down the street, right down the road from what's happening to Pope, has the ability to help and just doesn't.
Because he didn't want to, yeah.
He didn't want to.
The army would be.
Then he
back in
runs
his
in
hands.
1864 against Lincoln.
He got 13,000 men shot over stupidity and egotistical buffoonery.
Malevolent jackass.
Great point.
Taz, do you have any generals you wish to comment on? Or
Hold on.
Yeah, I have a general I don't
Wait,
like.
hold on.
Wait a
And I'll
second.
explain
Can we
it
do
in a
that
minute.
last comment?
Yeah, just
The last.
Who suffered the most amount of men at the middle bridge? The corps that was in reserve? John Porter crossed the creek with at least one division.
I was gonna say, I thought there was only one corps in reserve.
Some of the heaviest, the 6th Corps, Smith's Corps.
Yeah.
Parts of
I'm not
Porter,
sure.
one full division of the 5th Corps crossed at the middle bridge.
Right there at
The house.
the house right there across the bridge where the private owner decided I'll build Lee facing whatever damn direction I want and had him facing the wrong direction.
The newcomer.
That's not the Sherrick house.
Newcomer.
Newcomer. Daz, you're up.
right. Okay, so now
Pittsburgh.
the person
Fifth
or
Corps.
the general that I don't really like, and this is the thing, I don't actually really know anything about him, so it's really bad. And it's because I don't like him that I don't do anything, have anything to do with him. He's Phil Sheridan. I just don't like him. When you look at his picture, he just looks like a little turd. You know,
Look at him.
I don't know why, and I don't want to do research.
He's
on
a
him, 'cause maybe I should. But obviously, I know he's Grant's little buddy boy, and you know he does actually, do some fairly decentish things. But
He is great for
I just don't like the guy.
No, Phil Sheridan is the
It
worst.
just looks like a signed up turd.
I mean, in the West, he does some, he gets on all right, doesn't he? But I don't know. I don't like the guy. So, yeah. Again, I don't know.
Yeah, production
anything.
said,
Maybe
I
I
know-
should go away and read a book about him.
There's a great book by Eric
I think
Wittenberg
that
called
ties
Little
in.
Phil. Little Phil is
Yes,
a great
there
book,
is,
and I
yeah.
highly recommend reading that. If you
But from
know
what I
about-
understand, he's a very arrogant, tiny little man.
Kind of like Napoleon.
yes, and he
The
screws
sunken
Warren
road problem,
pretty
I
bad.
think,
It's a
stems
screw
from
job.
Sumner, not McClellan.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah,
You think?
and I don't
Second
think he
Corps,
gets on
all
well with
that?
George Meade either, does he?
Yeah, when you're a
On
corps
point.
commander, you don't go with one division and let the two others figure out their own selves. You keep enough of a control over your whole corps, not just 6,000 men. And those 6,000 men were commanded by another guy you have a picture of. Let's flash up John Sedgwick.
What?
You couldn't hit an elephant at 5 million yards.
Are you talking about Sumner or are you talking about Porter?
No, Sumner, the Sunken Road.
No, I'm confused, Anthony. What are you mentioning?
Sumner was too worried about Sedgwick. He didn't care about his other two divisions.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you switched over to the second corps.
No, I was following along with the commentary.
I don't see the comments. I don't have it loaded up.
It says, I know Porter was keeping Cemetery Hill in check, but I can never get over the opportunity.
Yeah, Sumner should have done what a corps commander was supposed to do, which is, I'm only going to pretend about a third of my entire corps. And if I can go to the second general I hate the most, I don't know if you have a picture of him, but it's John Reynolds.
I do have a picture of John Reynolds.
Me too, yeah.
Ah,
If we want to talk about blinders on, what the fuck is the commander of the First Corps of the Army of the Potomac doing at the Battle of Fredericksburg? Firing a cannon.
Nothing.
What is he doing that gets
Nothing.
him killed? What's he doing that gets him killed? He's commanding a
Riding way
regiment.
too far ahead.
Which brings me also to my really quickly the third commander that I hate, which is that guy. What is he doing at Bronner Farm? He's doing the job of a lieutenant.
bring out your men, gentlemen.
Yeah, he's doing the job of a lieutenant. He's not doing the job of a commander of half of an army. So
Can we go back to John Reynolds in a minute?
Yeah, Tyler. To recap, the three commanders. Reynolds, can you flash up Jackson again?
Yeah.
Jackson, and
Hold
then
on, I was also attending a comment.
and then one more. There we go. McClellan. Thank you.
There you go. What goes, John?
What's
There's a
that
devil to pay.
There's a devil to pay.
Yeah.
We got a comment from Liz. Liz, what was that?
Can you
reference to?
hold?
Can you hold?
What was that in reference to?
He, yeah, Mac Reynolds on the bum
It's on
again.
the spectrum.
I mean, let's
I think that was
focus on
Sid
Reynolds for a
Jackson
second.
liking. Okay.
Can we Stonewall? Okay, there we go. Yes. Can we focus on Reynolds for a second?
Absolutely.
If he had assumed command of the army, that would have been the commander. That would have been the only Army of the Potomac commander to get killed in combat. Because you bet your bottom that he'd be out there trying to get shot.
I think Renaud just asked a really good question that I was trying to think about in my head.
If you're
How close is a corps commander supposed to be?
okay, not commanding a regiment.
But multiple corps commanders have been shot by sharpshooters during the entire war. Sedgwick's one of them.
Fair enough.
I was about to
They're
say
close.
Sedgwick is one of
I
them.
don't know if he was as close as people are depicting. Maybe he just got shot off of his horse from a distance. I mean,
It's an interesting.
you also got to
look at
direct. You realize that we don't have walkie-talkies either, or like information. So he's probably out there directing everyone along the line, like go out that way, go, and then just got shot.
Josh, real quick to do a Sedgwick talk before we go back to him because I have.
Can you get
Sedgwick,
Reynolds off the screen? Can you get George Thomas off the screen?
They look alike.
Get Thomas on the screen either. With the whole Sedgwick getting shot ordeal, I think there was a Confederate with a Whitworth. He said, I don't think it was extremely close.
Yeah.
I have gotten to a part on the battlefield that's part of, and it's in the woods enough and on a level part of the ground next to the Brock where somebody to be taking shots from that area and being able to from the distance that they were at. So I'm with you on that. I don't think there is this like super up close action going on. I think this Confederate probably does have a Whitworth because to get smuggled in from England to break the blockade, a lot of Whitworths ended up showing up, both the cannon and the rifle itself. I mean, if this is and the ground does match, then it seems like it could very well be a Whitworth and a Confederate at a decent distance. Darren, I'm still piggybacking all over the place. Did you have anything else you want to say? Cool. You have, yeah, that's right. You and I both went to the where Sedgwick was killed and across the street.
I've stood there. Yeah, I can vision what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's like
I was just there last year.
It seems like they're. Were you really? Anderson's line too really well preserved too, compared to a lot of the earthworks in. Hard to once you the view's worth it because you're looking at a straight drop, almost like a gully, and you can see almost that where Sedgwick is killed.
Yep.
So it's just like, this makes sense.
Can I jump in on this?
Sure.
Howard was better. Please. Howard was better.
Oh shit!
What?
No, I heard Howard.
Oh, Oliver Otis Howard was better at wing command than John Reynolds ever was.
At wing command,
set up a nice headquarters.
At wing
That's
command,
what he was.
I know, but he only got
a field commander.
No,
Oliver Otis Howard was a better field commander than John Reynolds ever was. To answer the question over here, he set up shop in town for a little bit, right? Which was far away from getting shot at, and also an opportunity for news to reach him quickly. Not riding around a battlefield and hoping that George Meade's courier is able to find you.
You also got to think about the situation there, right? Reynolds is the first person on the field. So he's got to be out looking at what's going on, hearing from the commanders, like, what is the field like?
He could do that from the same place Buford did.
You got to go out and see it.
That'd be good.
I disagree with you. You got to go out and see it. So I don't know why Howard's back there. Like, I got to research it more, but maybe he's back there because they know that's the fallback line.
You can see it from a cupola.
Well, Buford could see it, but he also went down and then went out. He rode along his line.
Were you there?
Were you there?
No.
That's what he does in the movie anyway.
Come
on.
Go
by the movie.
Yeah, that's what, that's the truth because he does it in the movie.
Let's go.
Ron Maxwell evidently was present at the battle, so he knew.
As we know, movies are very truthful, just like The Patriot.
Sam Elliott was there in person.
Gods and Generals too.
Yeah, and Gods and Jacksons.
Jackson and everybody else.
Huge thank you to the Sword Breakfast Club for this.
Anyway, guys, this is a holiday snap of from the Grand Canyon. No.
I got my Junior Ranger badge without having to complete the book.
There you go.
Without completing the
Do
book.
you want to fill us in on your?
Yes, we
Take a
saw
look.
ruins. We saw a big hole in the ground. We saw a castle on the side of a mountain.
A castle. Is it a real castle?
No.
No.
We saw more ruins. We saw more ruins. We saw more ruins.
Ruins for what though?
Hey, put that one back up. Put that one back up. Nope,
Yeah,
back up. Other one. The one that starts with the thumb that pronounced earlier. Somebody pronounced it. It's an awesome.
So, just explain these ruins though to me because I don't understand what they are. What are they there for?
Tuzigoot.
They're all Native American. This was
Am I saying that right?
Native American.
Tuzigoot.
Big, oversized Native American pueblo in the middle of a desert.
And so, what are they? Just like foundations or?
Big remains of them.
Yeah. Cool.
It was cool. This one was pretty neat. Middle of nowhere. Casa Grande.
Tuzigoot. I agree.
Tuzigoot.
Awesome.
Tuzigoot.
You saw a hole in the ground.
The
I saw
hole in the ground.
Overall, it was pretty cool. 7 national parks in less than 72 hours. Plus,
Is that a Guinness World Record?
we also stopped in. I don't know if any of you were.
We need to check that out, don't we?
Yes. Are any of you fans of the Eagles?
like Don Henley Eagles.
No, we went to Winslow, Arizona.
Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Got 7 women on my mind.
Take it easy. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a one light town.
Did you long while you were there?
My sister was like, "Get this out of
You
my
totally-
head."
Take it easy.
Like them.
Cool town. Otherwise, there's no reason to go there.
Just to listen.
It's like Don Henley or somebody from there. Is he from there? Why are they singing about Winslow, Arizona?
I don't know.
Maybe they just looked on a map and was like, "Hey, that town has one light in it. Let's go there." They wrote about it.
They got
I
one
don't
street corner and we're standing on it.
That town probably makes money from tourists that are speeding, tourists that go through the red light, and tourists that go shopping in the
Standing on a
overpriced.
corner.
Each of the corners had a gift shop on it.
And- You mean the red light, the only light in town. Unrelated to tonight's debate, but I did a stream.
We almost went to Picacho Peak.
About Wilson's Creek.
Almost.
What'd you?
Picacho Peak.
Picacho Peak.
Those people in
What
Arizona
is that?
consider that a Civil
I'm-
War battle. It's 10 people
Really?
and 10 people shooting at each other, but it's the furthest west battle or something like that.
Tyler should
wanna
look up all these images. Look up the reenactment videos. It's 10 people shooting at each other. They act like it's an entire battalion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
It's hilarious.
Like our reenactments.
Pikachu.
Achoo!
Sneak.
It's a state.
Yeah, readout says, "Oh, it's a state park." Okay, understood. It's an allergic to the national parks. And this debate, I did a stream the other week about Wilson's Creek, and now I really want to travel to Missouri to see it. The battle, quite the roads gallery. And it counts, Andy. Does it count? Does it count? 10 versus 10. That's a Call of Duty match.
Did an American soldier die there?
Then yes,
Then it counts.
it counts. That is wild. What year was that? Fought?
That's
62.
yeah.
62. Was it Confederate
Three.
Union forces?
Yes.
3.
So something about U.S. forces moving out of Southern California, trying to move some direction somewhere, and the Confederates tried to block them in the past.
They set the Confederates set up a capital for the Arizona Territory nearby.
Yeah.
Really? That's kind
For more information, you can read it in that book by Megan Kate Nelson.
of 3 corners.
There's a book about that.
I think it's in the Three Corners
Yeah.
War.
3 Corner War sounds about right. Exactly what book you were talking when you said that name too.
If you would have went out there, I'm
Darren,
proud of you.
you and
'Cause I'm
I-
never going there. Sorry.
I'll be sorry. Was that during the time of the? You're asking the wrong one. I wish we knew. I could tell you in Maryland. And
Turns off the video and goes right on to Google.
Well, we also do this thing on here. Where we like to tell you guys what we're reading. I don't mind starting if you want me to start.
George McClellan left as quick.
Darren, are you?
This George McClellan. This
I'll
George
start because
McClellan
I'm
is
not
leaving
reading
quicker than
anything
the
at the
real one.
moment. So on to you, Tyler.
Okay,
This one's leaving quicker than the real one.
Darren, you're reading some good stuff, man. I love it.
No, honestly, I've been so busy with reenacting and everything lately. I just haven't had time.
Well, what events have you
And
reenacted?
that's fun. Let's hear.
Can you
Darren.
talk
Yeah.
about the planes? Can you talk about the planes?
The planes, what today? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
had a air show today. Yeah, and they had the Battle of Britain Memorial fly past. So they had I didn't manage to catch the Hurricane and the Spitfire that was there as well, but they were flying next to each other, and then they had Lancaster bomber in the middle. But I didn't manage to catch that bit because I got there a little bit too late. Because as you know, this morning we lost the World Cup final, the women's team, soccer team, and so that finished at 1 p.m. and I had to get down there for like 25 past 1, and I was just about 5 minutes late, so I missed that. But I managed to catch the Lancaster, and then we had the Red Arrows fly over, which was pretty impressive. And I'll put a little video up on my Facebook page, on my personal one. This was pretty cool.
If you have any pictures, down, I'll put them up here.
Oh, okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, Dad's on the bright side.
Also, recently I went for a little interview at a little castle down the road from me called Dill Castle, because I'm going to hopefully be volunteering there in September. So
sweet.
Yeah.
We're going to look for some cool content.
I haven't heard anything back yet. But, I think he said to me that he was going to send me some information over about an induction day. So
okay,
there you go.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So I'll probably do that once a week, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
It only took the Spanish 488 years to beat the British, though.
There you go. So this castle was actually built to stop the obviously Henry VIII, when he divorced his first wife, excommunicated himself from Rome, the Roman Church. Then that's why he built this particular castle. So it goes back to that period. And then the English Civil Wars, there was a siege there, so that's pretty cool. It's not very big; it's quite small, but it's an interesting little place.
You've got more history.
Is that run by English Heritage or whatever?
It is run by English Heritage, yeah. So it's Dill Castle, it's called. It was like a chain of castles along the south coast of England. Again, because Henry VIII was randy and he wanted another wife, So that's what you got to do.
Build yourself a castle, man. You got it. Like,
there you go.
Freaking wild.
A series of castles and forts that go literally from here all the way down to Portsmouth and beyond.
So, was it?
Yeah, just because he wanted
the First World War, Second World, or was it? Oh, is it state?
Some of them were, some of them were repurposed or they were barracks,
And that they're not the same as the Martello Towers, right?
No, Martello Towers is Napoleonic period. But they do actually, during the Napoleonic period, also utilise those castles in the chain and then fill in the gaps with the Martello Towers.
Okay, so they are.
So it carries on from that base.
In a way.
They are, yeah, technically, yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah,
if
very good design.
you get on, would like to see you from that.
Yeah,
send me some stuff once you get in there. We can do
we'll
an interview.
I'll send you some pictures of the castle in a second. Give me a moment.
You said it's Deal Castle, DEAL?
Yeah, Deal Castle, yeah. DEAL. Deal.
That is a cool. That looks like that's a cool shaped castle from the air. Holy cow!
Yeah, can you see? Yeah, yeah. So the design was very clever.
Yeah,
and the range they had, the cannon wise, you could fire quite far out to sea.
Try this one.
And then just down the road from that one, you have one called Warmer Castle, where the warden of the Cinque Ports, one of them was Wellington, and Wellington actually died at Warmer Castle.
Huh.
They have his death mask there, and also a campaign bed from the Napoleonic Wars in one of the rooms, and also a cabinet of his uniforms from Waterloo.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
But you're not allowed to take pictures because it's secret.
Because it's secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sneak
Ooh,
a couple
don't tell anyone, all right? Oh, I did.
I won't. Shh. We're not lying like
No,
that.
I didn't really. I never did that.
Yeah,
You just put it all over the website.
I would never do that.
You could. You've been doing some reenactments as well?
Yeah, so since June I've done about 4 or 5, I think, something like that. Yeah. And again, our reenactments are very small, you know. We do multi-period ones because we're quite small. I reckon we probably, I don't know, 50, 60, maybe. It's not big at all.
Meeting some folks from your organization this summer, actually.
You did,
That was
yeah. I
interesting.
remember them saying, yeah. Well, you said, yeah.
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 They were really, really knowledgeable.
You guys built
about
that.
What?
Oh, no, good.
Yeah, I mean their display is amazing. I mean they have their own display of all, you know, pretty much anything and everything, and they built up this massive collection of stuff, and it's amazing.
They talked a lot
I know
about
you guys were building like a memorial out there. Did you guys build that memorial yet? Or
yeah.
No,
I think I might be drawing a blank because I remember something about you sharing a video and seeing that it was being dedicated, but I wasn't.
Yeah, so we have actually got another dedication coming up in October. But as far as the monument's concerned, we're not there yet as far as the funding is concerned. But we'll get there. I reckon another 2 years or so. Definitely.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I've done some interesting stuff. Of course, yes. Also, I got a visit to the US Embassy again as well. I think that was the end of June. So that was pretty cool.
The U.S. Marines didn't give you any trouble, did they?
Oh yeah, that was that day that I went to the U.S. Embassy. Yeah,
I think Marines are the ones that secure embassies, right?
Yeah.
So
next time you walk in, just hand them a bunch of crowns.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, anyways, Darren and I both hate Sheridan. What Phil? I don't think I have thoughts on Phil Sheridan.
He must be this tall to ride a horse.
That pretty much
you jumped over a line.
Ride a horse.
He made headquarters in the South, didn't he?
Look at all those Confederates. I'm going to run and jump over them for no reason.
I think he unjustly unjustly fired Gouverneur Warren.
Yes, he did. Oh, he screw job. Warren was screwed up that time.
I like that analogy.
Governor Hitman Warren.
Yes.
I mean, who won the Battle of Five Forks? The infantry, not the cavalry.
Again, I looked at him. I'm gonna go run and jump over them.
Yeah.
The bloke that had
I mean-
5 forks on it.
Like him.
Who?
Oh, yeah, I was successful at 5. So let me screw over the person that actually could. It's a horse's ass, and that's all he'll ever be. I cannot still fit. I can stand, and I never will be. He was our featured photo.
God, you scared me. I almost fell out of my chair. Oh,
Who else
God.
do you have? Who else do you have?
All right. Let's see. We've done this before, so some of these might be familiar.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait a second. Here's an idea. You're gonna flash
Burn,
them up.
baby, burn.
You're gonna flash them up, and
Okay.
at a number between 0 and 10, 10 being favorable, 0 being unfavorable. You have to be quick
like
with your
this.
rating. You got to say it out. Quick with your rating.
You
Okay.
can just do it with your hands.
All right, go.
What's that?
No, so
Sorry.
we're gonna have to.
Rating.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 22. 2 generals we are about to go through. And when
Okay.
they pop up on the screen, you're going to
Yeah.
Give your rating. 10
Okay.
being great,
1
1
being the
being bad.
crappiest, being fantastic.
And people comment the numbers.
And people,
Yeah, you guys
comment your
can comment
numbers
too.
as well.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
And
Oh,
One.
he's definitely a 2.
I'm going to give
One.
him a 2
2.
as well.
Yeah.
One.
Can't give him a 1, but a 2.
I give him a 1 because of that ugly ass unibrow.
He
For
literally
people
could not
watching later,
get
this
on
is
with
Braxton
anybody.
Bragg. People watching later, this is Braxton Bragg.
He literally rubbed everyone up the wrong way, but he was actually quite good at administration, apparently. So we'll give him that.
Totally.
8.
8.
Well, he's got to be a 9,
8, yeah, 8, 9.
9.
but then I'm a
Oh my
unionist,
God.
so
He could
there
have
you
done
go.
more at first. He could have done better at first than after.
My
Sorry,
roommate is playing
Southerners,
his show
burn
at
Atlanta.
Summit
Anyway,
I think
Pizza Night.
our ratings of Sherman prove that we're not pro-Confederates. That's a negative 10 if you're from Savannah.
that is a negative 100.
Next one.
I am such a-
Hold on. Put that up first.
What happened? It froze.
Sure, man.
He brag. Ha ha.
Sure, man.
Sure, man.
Patrick Claiborne.
I'm
What are you
not
burning?
really knowledgeable about this guy, so no.
7, 8.
I'll just give him a 7.
10.
7, 8.
10.
He's a pretty popular general, I believe. Is that right?
Full
7.
on 10.
7.
Let's give 7.
I give Claiborne a perfect score.
Well, talking about getting John Reynolds getting
Hang on a
shot.
minute.
Why are
If
you
you're
just
giving him
talking
a
about
perfect
Claiborne?
score, you've got to give it
Epic 0.
an explanation.
0. He sucks.
Wait. Claiborne. Can we go back to Claiborne?
Nope.
The reason for my perfect score is he saved Braxton Bragg's ass. He died doing what he needed to be doing, and he was the most forward-thinking general in the Confederate service, and he was told off by Joe Johnston about
Vindicated.
Yeah. So great.
There you go.
And he didn't have to fight in this war because he was not from this country.
There you go.
1.
Oh.
I don't even see his face, and I know who that is. Again, he looks like a little teapot.
He's
0.
gonna get a 1.
Willie. That's what he's looking at.
Ooh,
Oh, that's definitely a 10
that's,
Nine.
plus
that's
10.
a 10.
It's a 9.
7.
10 plus 10 all day long.
10.
7.
10.
7.
Nobody
I love you.
is going to get the
I
job
love
done
you.
apart from that man.
7.
Oh,
He's a
God, he's
9.
definitely a 5.
3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
give it
Yeah,
3.
4.
Not going over at 4.
Right in there.
Wait.
This. Bro.
Oh, hold on.
0.
You know, he's
he
a
gets
3.
0 from me because I don't like him.
John Bell Hood's definitely not a 4. He's borderline a 1. Because that's the only thing digit he had left.
Yeah,
10 for the end. Smile.
that was a bit harsh.
That was a bit harsh. It was funny, though.
People had to lift him onto his horse, I believe. Is that right?
All right.
Jeez. Oh,
10.
Absolutely.
the rock
10.
of
5.
Chickamauga.
10.
5. 5.
You're wrong.
5.
He could have been a
Hey, no,
7.
you just read a book.
I don't know. I'm going to give him I'll give him an 8.
5, 6, 7.
Oh, him. Oh,
7.
go on. Say his full name.
Pierre Gustave Beauregard.
God.
Yeah.
Pierre Gustave. Putain.
Oh my.
He looks a little bit like. Do you know what? I reckon Stephen Lang could get away with playing him.
I think so. I think so.
Stephen Lang can play every single Civil
look
War
like
general
Jake
ever.
Yeah. Liz, who was Jake Gyllenhaal?
Hang on a minute. You've already had him up once.
It's Hood. Who did was it
No,
Thomas?
I don't think so.
Definitely
Thinking
wasn't
Hood.
Sheridan.
I bet it's Hood.
Yeah. Hood look.
Yeah, it's him.
Look at.
He looks happy, doesn't he?
Where's Heath Ledger at?
Look, do you know why he's happy? Someone's just put him on his horse. He's like, yes, I'm here. I've made it.
All right, keep going.
All right, hold on. There's another comment. Yeah, Liz met Hood. Okay, good. He does look like Jake Gyllenhaal. Holy shit.
Oh God. I'm gonna give the man. No, come on, give the man some credit at the beginning. I mean, he's got to
As
be
an independent commander, an 8. As a subordinate, a 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Also, you got to take that with a grain of salt. Who's he fighting against? Who's Stonewall fighting against by himself?
Now,
Yeah.
Idiots in the Shenandoah Valley.
this is also
Yeah.
this is also a double-edged sword one,
Who's
isn't it?
It is, because I'm going to give him a 6.
Because for organisational skills and putting the Army of the Potomac together, he's got to get a good score. But the rest of it,
Which is why, Darren, I think that he's doing it maliciously on purpose.
yeah, exactly,
So,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
give him a 6.
definitely.
Yeah, for him. All right, this is
6.
general. You considered one, but obviously it's 10.
Oh man, he's definitely a 10 plus 10 plus 10, 10 plus 10.
Keep that number
10,
going.
10, 10.
One of the
10,
greatest
10,
men that ever walked the earth. He was the right man in the right place at the right time.
Oh, Liz gave us a 7. Okay. 7's good.
With malice
All right.
toward none.
Oh,
7.
that's a tough one.
7.
I'll give him a 5.
I think you can kind of flip that around with what Anthony said with Stonewall Jackson. Bad independent commander, good subordinate.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Very good point.
Ooh, this.
Same thing. Bad independent commander, great subordinate.
And also, he breathed life back into that army after Burnside, didn't he?
There's a lot that Hooker. Again, I have the
He did a lot of stuff for that army to get it back on its feet after Fredericksburg. So you've got to give him that.
Well, and Darren too. His
also,
army is
if you read in the Chancellorsville more, I think it's a lot of like division that he had to deal with.
When he goes out
It
west,
is.
he has a
Problems.
good. He does all right out west.
Look, so
7,
just he's
8.
arrogant. Yeah, I'd say a 7 or 9. I want to differently than I use Joe Hooker actually.
Mm-hmm.
Built the army and Meade.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how quick
Yeah.
Meade didn't have time to go and get all of his commanders in place. The army he wants. He's functioning off of Hooker's army. So this
I
here,
agree with that. Yeah.
you know, I'm not trying to do the one solidify.
I still
the
think
victory.
even if Hooker's in charge at Gettysburg, the result is the same.
I think so too. I think Hooker and Sickles wouldn't have
Again,
had their.
like
I
you
think
said, he set the groundwork for it. Yeah, definitely agree with that.
Good. Yeah. All right, Anthony, where you at? We got
Ah,
Yeah.
1.
Anyway,
He won.
that's a -1, surely.
idiot. They're retreating.
He does look
No,
a little
they're
bit
not.
like Anthony, actually, don't he? Don't you think? Come on, Anthony, defend yourself, mate.
If Anthony
Where'd he
was to
go?
throw that. No, where did he go?
He's fallen down the Grand Canyon again, isn't he?
Ah, there he is.
John Pope. Ooh. John Pope.
Wrong picture. Wrong picture.
Yeah,
John
-1,000.
Ben
Oh
Butler.
my God!
Yeah, we all
Excuse me, I need a
get
shake.
the one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, he did some good stuff.
Jeez.
Hang on a minute, he did something good. He didn't send back, contraband to war.
Liz gave Pope a neck.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anthony poked up.
Liz,
Anthony-
Liz, I think you're a bit of a chameleon tonight, aren't you?
4.
Anthony.
4, 5, 6.
I'll give him a
I'd
3.
give him a 7,
I
actually.
just don't like the guy.
4.5. 4.
We have to be like Dave Portnoy. Can't have straight.
I like
numbers.
Reynolds.
4.6. 4.6.
Oh,
One bite, everyone knows rules.
Minus
That
10.
there's a 10.
That's a -10.
That's a 10 on multiple scales.
Yeah.
-10. Look at the way he's standing. Look. What's he up to? Who do you think he is? What's he thinks he's a patriot or something?
Francis Barlow Martin.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh.
6 or 7.
Yes, that's for those watching.
Oh,
That is me behind the face.
Benjamin Barlow Martin.
Thankful. Benjamin.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
That's a 10 on multiple scales.
I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Probably, I think 8. 8?
He was
Also,
he was a very effective cavalry.
8 or 9?
if you come, but you got to add something into account here. Take into account post-war, he understood what the Confederacy as a government was fighting for. So 10.
Oh, yeah.
He did a lot of good.
Oh, yeah. We were fighting for that. We
Yeah.
were fighting for slavery. That's what we were fighting for. Is he one of those guys? Is he one of those guys who became a Republican after the war?
No.
No? Who was I thinking about?
There's a really
I
good
think he
book.
was.
No, he
I knew
yes,
Longstreet.
no, he was because he was. There's a really about bearing being a Republican is Virginia or something like that. It's a direct quote too.
That's right.
He
was a
was in
Republican.
Hong Kong, too. He was in Hong Kong.
Yes.
Where's James
So is
Longstreet?
every-
You didn't bring him up. Is he on there?
Didn't. He's
Better
not.
be.
You know who it is?
6.
I don't know. This is a tough one.
6, 7, 6, 7.
I would
6.
say
6.
7.
8.
I think he was quite competent.
8.
Yeah, 8.
8.
Yeah, I'd give that guy an 8. Second, Fredericksburg.
Yeah. Yep. Right.
Yeah. Our generals there.
Woo.
I think we gave some fair ratings.
Yeah, good job on
And
the spot with that. That was actually kind of fun. It's like playing games. What else do we have here in our photo gallery? Oh, the exception.
Ah! Ah!
so scary.
Ah!
Getting sucked
Oh,
into Brad
God.
Good
I
match
created
here,
that
dude.
one, by the way.
All right, Darren sent some photos, so I want to switch over to that. We're doing what we're reading.
I can't remember what I was supposed to say. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to send you some pictures of that steel castle, yeah.
You sent me a tower. That's steel castle, not tower. I'm silly.
Silly goose.
I think I was saying the right one.
Silly goose. Oh, I get Brad exception. There we go. Let's see if it comes.
That is scary, isn't it?
It is. Look at it. The more uncomfortable.
My internet went.
I didn't know my phone could do that.
Put up.
How did
Put
you
up.
do that?
Hey,
That,
Steel
man, it's
Castle.
amazing.
Steel Castle.
That's steel castle.
I took stickers and I kind of just sized them down.
It
That
is
is cool.
amazing inside.
Okay.
It's very round.
Basically, see conservative there. We can follow. Looks like one. All right. So looks, guys. Anthony, you have your stack of books next to you. Anthony.
No. No. Can you hear me?
Darren actually started us off. Yep, we can hear. Can you hear us? I guess you can't. Oh. The Secret Man. The story.
Man.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
He's doing some.
Yeah.
I was told it was a good one.
Woodward.
It's a secret, though. You'd like to tell us about it.
Fantastic author, too.
I haven't read it yet, but it's about Deep Throat.
Interesting.
Are you familiar with Deep
I've been
Throat,
getting
man?
into it. He's the guy that helped Woodward and Bernstein figure out, follow the money and all that fun stuff. Otherwise, I'll be wearing my Grand Canyon socks in the near future.
Jesus.
I love these things.
I can imagine. They are.
And
we should get some Manas one day. And Fredericksburg socks.
What you like?
Paradox. So John C. McManus is The Americans at D-Day, and then all of book the D-Day stuff recently. My too. I just
Awesome.
Bedford Boys, which is a phenomenal read too. So I haven't read that.
great book.
Gosh, you got some books, bro? Yes.
I do. I'm reading some books. I don't have them on me, though. I don't feel like walking to the other room to grab it.
No worries.
One of them is Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Many people probably heard of Jocko. He's a motivational guy. But actually, I learned that he was the commander of Task Force Bruiser during the Battle of Ramadi in Iraq. So I was learning about that battle. But that book is mainly about how to better yourself, through leadership and ownership of your responsibilities. So, like, it's one of the best books I've read on that topic. You know, how to correct your mind, make sure that you're doing everything that's correct, making sure you're taking all the information and disseminating that information correctly. Other stuff, some stuff I can't talk about because I don't want to. It's not that it's secret or anything, but it's graphic. Not graphic in a bad way. It's graphic for historical research.
Yeah.
But it has to do with terrorism and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, has to do
Sensitive
with where I
as
work at.
Yeah, sensitive.
Yeah, it's sensitive stuff. So, but that's why that statement in the beginning comes back. If you're really studying history, you're going to get pissed off. You just are. You can't, or you're going to cry. You're going to hear these things, and you're just going to get super, super upset. No matter, because whenever we study what we study, people lose sight of that in the Civil War field. They think that it's just a fun hobby. People die.
Yeah.
Thousands of
They
people
did, man.
died. So, we can make fun of it.
We sometimes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can go ahead, Tyler.
To cut you off, but the same with that.
No, that's all right.
Literally what I said earlier today. I hate using the word desensitized, but I feel like the proper to say that is because you read so much, you immerse yourself, you're there physically all the time, and sometimes it escapes you, and then you need those refreshing moments. And I hate it's so contradictory to what it is, but if you're a historian, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those moments are just exactly. I see what you're pointing at. Yeah, reminders that we need some.
Burnout.
About an individual life. Burnout, yeah. What do you got
And
now?
what's that?
It's called The Battle: A New History of Waterloo by this guy. I bought it at the McKay's. Yeah, I bought it at McKay's a couple of weeks ago. 2003.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's one of the battles that I want to visit there at some point. Daz, I don't know if have you been there?
I haven't yet, no, but I do plan on doing so.
That's
soon.
toward the top of the list.
Yes, definitely. I'm
I
mine.
want to walk in the footsteps of Wellington.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. Oh wow.
Oh. What's the story on this, Josh?
So, what this is a box that was put together by my great uncle for his brother, Ralph. Ralph was killed in Anzio. It says North Africa, but he was actually killed in Anzio, February 4th, 1944. I found out that he's buried in Charlestown, right there at Edge Hill Cemetery in West Virginia. And me and my friend Chris, if he's on here, which he might be, walked around the cemetery for 3 freaking hours trying to find him. At the very last minute, when we're driving out of the cemetery, and we went down a back road, and Chris said, "Stop the car." And I'm like, "What?" He said, "I saw Henretti right there." And we got out of the car and we walked to the edge of the fence, and there he was.
Oh, wow.
But the family heard about this. My great uncle died. He served over 40 years in the Army Air Corps, was a World War II vet. My mom's got a picture of him with her in the Air Force uniforms because he was a reserve colonel. And they heard that I liked his story, so they gave me the box. I was like, "They're giving me what?" Yeah, my grandmother was like, "They don't want it no more." Yeah, they said that you would do best with it. And now I'm doing exactly what the goal is, what the family wanted me to do with it, telling the story.
Wow, that's awesome.
When you forget about what it's about, it's right here.
Nice.
I mean, World War II casualty. So when you look at the World War II memorial, he's one of the stars down there. And that's signed by Franklin Roosevelt, by the way, right there. Half of it's all some bleached out. Yeah. But, yeah, so I got to take a black light to it. Because you can see it shows induction, basic training, training center, transfer to, and discharge. Obviously, he was never discharged because he died. He was killed in action. So, I'll take a black light to it and see if I can see the ink, see what it says. But yeah, I thought you guys would enjoy that.
That is really cool.
Josh.
Was that?
Purple
What is
Heart?
the medal? Is that a Purple
Yeah.
Heart?
Yeah, it's the Purple Heart.
Okay.
Was he wounded?
No, everyone who died gets a
You
Purple
know?
Heart automatically.
That's bad.
No, but if there was if you were a casualty, your family gets the heart
Yeah.
along with your discharge. That's an automatic. You were wounded and killed in action. So really, that right there means more than anything else. Second only to the Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would like that.
That's
Oh
awesome.
God, this
No,
thing
we
is
did.
heavy.
Thank you for sharing that.
And again, that's what people got to remember. These guys died for our freedom. Never forget it.
Darren, you said it best, my
These guys did
friend.
too.
I mean, that's what I'm like. I've been slacking on for a very long time. That's kind of what dove me into what to read more. The story was so powerful. Like thinking of an individual city, like that many boys, or it's not even a city; it's just a small little town. Bedford.
On another serious note, I think it's important to note we were making fun of the generals, rating them, especially the U.S. Army ones, right? I have this mentality of you can make fun of all this stuff. When it comes down to it, they signed up, thought they did the best, and they tried. So, they did better than I did. I didn't sign up. Yeah, they had like my grandfather says, they had that patch on their shoulder.
Yeah, that's right. And we don't do this to actually trash these guys because they did.
Yeah.
But, and it's more just for fun. Well, it's conversational. But yeah, there's by no means like actually.
I think that's an important side.
They're all soldiers. Yeah, it is. No, these guys are just ragging on generals. No, we also know and maintain a level of respect they signed up for, and ultimate. I think Josh, that was very good thing to bring up. Does anybody have anything before we close out? I know some cracker jokes for us somewhere. Picture Darren that he wanted me to show you.
Picture. End on that picture. End on that picture. No, pull it off. Pull off. Pull off.
What the fuck is that?
Wait at the end. Wait till the end.
What the
All right.
If anybody has anything, I'll end with that.
Oh, what did the Texas or Texan Ravens say?
What?
Ye call.
Right, I've actually got some Christmas cracker jokes.
Oh,
Ye call.
Okay, this is the best one you're ever going to hear.
All right.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A
What's that?
stick.
Ha!
I love it.
Fly straight.
Yes.
What do you get if you eat Christmas decorations? Tinnitus.
Well done.
I love it.
And I know you have some for us too.
Well, you know that old saying, right? You know that old saying, right?
What?
That involves insects. You know that old saying that involves insects?
No.
Show us,
No.
Tyler.
Don't know. I said no.
Show us the photo.
Oh, the boat. I'm on the promise.
Do you get it?
Holder. Oh my
Beauty
God.
is in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I hate that so much.
Oh my God.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Anthony, you acted the comment.
Yeah, activated it.
He said no, please.
Beauty is in
Did
the
you-
eye of
why-
the beholder.
Of the beholder. Hey, Darren.
Bollocks.
That's a good one.
Next to it.
I love that.
That was such a fun
There's
day.
also
Darren,
one
Tim, and I went
in front of it as
under
well,
field.
isn't there? In front of George Washington's one.
I gotta find that one because right in front of George Washington's book, and he's like making the vomit motion to it. It was great.
Oh,
Jess, I appreciate you guys coming. Good. Yes.
hang on. I've got a funny one here.
Go ahead,
somewhere.
Darren.
You carry on for a minute.
Or-
I've got
No,
to
I'm
find
starting
it,
a music
no.
up while you're doing it. Darren, look at this shit.
Look up. Look up.
Yes.
It's a good way to end it.
Dude,
Do you see this? Do you see the shirt?
I can. I'm going to throw up in a minute.
Oh, we love you guys, though.
Who's he goot?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He made a
come
good
on.
team in the first World War.
And like you said, that guy fought for both of our freedom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ralph
Thank you
back
very
there.
much. We, you know, those.
And that's the other thing too.
guys-
Fun back and forth, but we don't ever genuinely mean it by any means. It's just fun to do
Never.
answer wise. No.
Never, ever, ever.
Oh, this sure gets some reactions. They just were walking by and they're like, "Oh my god!"
So does my feelings. I love that.
Anthony, tell us some jokes quickly.
Did you see what I?
No. And what chat? Our chat?
Yeah. I know.
Right, you
picture
want to
too.
know?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Look, I'm Stonewall Jack.
Yeah.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Nearly
You're
found
never
it.
allowed to search Google ever again, Anthony.
Oh no, it's in our
I
it's in
found
our restream private chat.
Right, get ready for this. Dialogue's coming.
Have a good day.
I mean, he did at Harper's Ferry.
And I'll explain in a minute when you put the picture
All right.
up. I think I've explained it before. I can't
Darren
remember.
says, I love that.
I just know it's going to be funny if Darren says that.
Right, you ready?
I had another
I'll
book.
explain.
I had another book.
So George Washington actually has a monument in London, but it's very small because obviously we can't give him a big one. And really, the soil underneath the monument is from Virginia.
Whoa.
But that's what I think of George Washington.
Thank you, Marvin. Love that, Darren. He's just like, it's in again.
And he had bird poo on his head as well.
You should see the inside of the Capitol. You probably.
Oh, Tyler,
it's Washington
share that
ascending-
that image I created of Darren on top of a boat. Should be on that
my
Facebook
God.
message group.
Is it?
I don't know where it is though.
Who's on top of a boat?
I can. Hold on. You.
Anthony,
We
what have you
haven't
been doing? No. Oh,
I'll
you
find
made a picture of me on a boat.
it. That far. Yeah,
Oh, it's excellent.
big T over the.
It's excellent.
Oh,
Give me
I
a-
get you. You're evil.
Oh, the Spanish Armada.
Was it our text chat or was it the Facebook?
Facebook. I think.
No, I think it was our tech. Go check our text out and see if it's in there, folks. We're not leaving. I'm still looking. Don't worry. There's John's
What picture is it?
Oh, it might be in our text chat. You're right.
Boston Tea Party. If you have that, just send it to the Facebook message.
I have it.
Okay. I found the Yankee one. Yeah, it's chat there. I'm look for it. Guys, I really want everybody to see this. I'm sorry.
Oh God, no! Don't put that up. Please. She might
Oh,
start
what the heck
dancing.
is that?
That's Theresa May. Oh dear.
Oh, thank you.
Don't want to look at her. Bloody useless. What is this music, Tyler?
It's good, isn't it?
It's like people clapping.
What is? My God. It does
John C. Riley.
sound like people.
I found it.
Sir.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I got you. Darren, you're going to love this. I feel like I'm in a coffee shop with this music.
So uncivilized, I assure
Better
you.
than the Dolphins, trust me.
So uncivilized.
Darren, you haven't seen this. Believe it. We'll have to share it to.
Thanks.
You playing it? What the? Was that South Park?
Yes.
Perfect. The Battle of whatever hill.
The battle of
Yeah.
yeah.
Have one, and then
I'm waiting for this picture.
You got the photo, right?
yep.
I love it.
Oh, that's excellent.
Brilliant.
So uncivilized. And that's the guy from Gettysburg.
Permission to share that on Facebook. Tag you in it.
You know, we're a lot more civilized now.
Fremantle.
Yes, of course you do. Of course you do.
Awesome. I want to.
You can put my face on anything you want.
Same. Anthony, we just put
I
generals
saw
on here.
that pop up and I was like, that's too perfect.
We'd have chose a better picture. No,
Dude. I love that picture so much.
you do know we're going to have to make one for Tyler now as well.
And me.
Absolutely. So, okay, so somebody, Daryl, remember Daryl gave the Columbia Bang Bang coffee?
Mm.
Yes. He
He
photoshopped
makes those,
my
doesn't
face on Emery. It is terrible. Yeah.
It's not as good as me.
Like, if you can do Daryl did a good job.
I put your face over Emery Upton.
He did.
I think I put Anthony's face over Barlow too.
Well, we put a little over Anthony's face also. Well, for us, thankfully.
It was good.
Yeah, they were awesome. All right, here we go. Board games.
Oh.
As a result,
Oh shit.
you load.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
All right, mission.
So, Josh, if you can more, I'm well.
I don't know if I can do one quickly though. What? What the fuck was that?
I have one more clip to play where we leave. These guys are going to play. EMP. Guys, tonight.
And,
Glad we're
it's
back doing this.
It's customary for Anthony to finish with a joke, isn't it?
I had the
So he's
photo.
got to do
That was
one
my
more.
joke.
Did.
Oh, yeah.
You're
That
going to
was it.
contribute one more.
Oh, yeah.
A photo. I have no more.
You want to call back your
No,
joke?
no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's good. I do appreciate everybody coming on. We'll get another one of these couple days or so. So I'll let y'all know what's going on with that for another event. And we might even have some interviews coming up. Those will be in the next week. We have some really cool stuff coming. So thank you all again.